Hi, my name is Jill, and this is our Road Crew Chronicles, in which we kind of catch up for the week, see what's happening with you, with me. It's an informal video session. It is not a topic-oriented session, hence the different background. So if you're new, you can find a lot more videos at my channel at Jill Elizabeth, but for the regulars, this is our catch-up, and it's specifically for you, the Road Crew. So with that, before we launch into where we're going to go from here, I'm going to run some footage. It is beautiful out here. It's been green. The section that I want to show you is just kind of this little green patch, but I'll tell you, the grass is so high in what they call the CRP section, which means where the cows don't get to. It's a place to let the soil restore and the wild animals graze. It's up to my hip, and I didn't even see the coyotes until they were like right on top of us, and they were yelling. I think their den must be out there because they tend to get fussy when Freedom and I get in a specific area. But I always see the coyotes way in the distance, but the grass was so high, and it's green, you know, and they're brown. They were below the top of the grass. So it's just beautiful right now, and the sunflowers are starting to come out. I'll show you that footage when I get to a good sunflower spot. So a little bit of rain has had a wildly transformative experience here on us in the middle of New Mexico. So just wanted to share a little bit of that with you. Again, as you can see, I'm trying to get the videos up on a more regular basis. I haven't been responding to the comments very much because while it's feeling a lot better, I've been doing exercises. There's a guy who is a surgeon that has a whole channel for gamers and hand and exercises. So his exercises have really been helping me, and the resting's been helping me. So I'm not as responsive on the comments still. Probably will stay pulled back on that, again focusing my attention over, for those of you who made it last week, to 18 Cross Road. Don't have that website just up yet. I was going to hopefully get it done by today to link to you, so hopefully by next week, where our new Road Crew HQ will be, meet me and you at 18 Cross Road, and I will explain the meaning of that in another time. I also wanted to address some of the comments from before. One of them was, is there something wrong with me, and do I have black eyes? And that's come up before, but mostly it's been in a derogatory response, and a couple of people have responded in that they had some health concerns, and most of that is the lighting. I was experimenting with some lighting in that other video, and the reality is while I don't have black circles, I do have bags under my eyes like so many of us, and yes, that has all kinds of nutritional or hormonal imbalances, fluid retention, whatever. We're all doing the best we can, but the light catches it, and it does look like I have black eyes some of the time. So while I appreciate your concerns, the reality is that these cameras are getting to have a higher definition, and some of us aren't getting any younger, and so there are more flaws, and I don't have, you know, the ability to do a professional lighting job, a professional makeup job, and have a nice little fuzzy filter. Especially my last camera was a little bit softer focus than this one. So you're just getting to see more of the flaws and imperfections. Yay! So that is that question. I want to say thank you for those of you who did make it over to listen to the podcast. I think I've got it sorted out now, how I'm going to set everything up, what I'm going to talk about. So I'm hoping to get that rolled out and everything on a schedule again. I know the last couple months have been pretty erratic, but it's just hard to get started when you don't really know exactly what you're doing. So appreciate that those of you who sort of hung in here with some time and patience as we've established something that's going on over here. We just don't know what yet. So the few of you who have stayed with me, I really appreciate it. So hopefully that will be up soon. We've talked a little bit about all the censorship and things that are going on with several people, and who knows what the future is going to hold. It's really amazingly uncertain right now. I think, you know, the bottom line is that people have always communicated. It's only the forms of the communication that have changed. So I think as long as we are all adaptable in how we present information and in how we get it, we'll be okay, because you can't, there's that movie that I love, Serenity. You can't stop.
There's no news. There's the truth of the signal. What I see. And there's the puppet theater. The Parliament Jester's voice on the somnambulant public.
You can do that?
Can't stop the signal now. Everything goes somewhere.
Because no matter what, people need to share information. It's just who we are. So I have, concerns like everybody about what's happening. I think the next couple months will be challenging and a little scary if things go a little wonky. But, every September, October, or election cycle lately, it's just been a lot of drumbeats and drama. So who knows what's actually going to happen as we approach these next few months here on the internet and in our personal life. I am voting for just another calm transition, but I think eventually we're going to get nailed. But like you, I always kind of hope it's next year, not this year. But nothing lasts forever. And other than that, we're getting ready to rain today, so I just wanted to get this knocked out. It's been a really interesting weather pattern, as I believe that we're starting to see some of those shifts. And so I've been in learning mode because the weather patterns have really changed. And as you know, because I live out here in a fairly remote way, living by the elements is always a challenge. It's even more of a challenge when it changes. It's not the same as it's been before. So there's lots and lots to adapt to. I've spent quite a bit of time on and off talking about the whole walking away philosophy, but really that's just about being very adaptable. And so it's a constant process of evolution, of sort of adapting to our environment, adapting to the world, adapting to the changes in ourselves. So that really is just going to be a consistent theme, because I don't know what else to do. You just sort of have to adapt and keep moving forward regardless of what's happening, because we only have so much control over what's uncontrollable out in the world. So that's just a short catch up. I don't have any, super exciting wow kind of news, but I wanted to just check in. I want to try to make myself be more consistent, which has not been my strong suit lately. And so, these Fridays I really like to do just these short catch-up videos. So that is what this is. So we're caught up. I hope everything is well for you, and we'll see what happens next week, because every day is a new experience, it seems like, in terms of what's crazy and going on out in the world. Who knows? So with that, before we leave, we're going to take a deep breath as I hope you'll rise with the sun in your eyes, love in your heart, feet firmly on the ground, as together we're walking on Survival Road, one step at a time. So as always, you can find a little bit about me at jillelizabeth.net. Eventually, I'm going to get the movie and the vlogs going at survivalroad.net, and then our information base will be at 18crossroad.net. That's where we're going. More on that soon, but until then, we'll see you next time.